recorded poorly and hastily in a stinky basement in Westbrook, Maine. Some of the country's most talented singer-songwriters get down and dirty and also talk about stuff. It's Music Live!
Hosted by Ryan Halliburton.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Was that annoying enough? Hey, it's the first one. Thanks for tuning in. Our first guest is Michael Krapovicky. He'll be here in a second. We're gonna play a song from his new CD here. It's called "Songs I Lied About." It's a great CD. Just let you know how the format's going to work, basically, is with all of these guests, you're going to hear, or I'm going to ask them at least about their first song. I'm going to ask them about their best and worst gigs, who they respect, who they'd like a lesson from, what places in the world they like to travel to, what some of the gear they'd like to have. If there is a rock and roll heaven, who would you want in your band? If there is one. What does success look like? How much money you have in the bank? What's your social security number? I'll ask them a lot of things. But I'm not going to talk too much. We'll just get right to it. Here's a song called "The Stalker." Sounds like it'll set the tone for this thing. From Michael Krapovicky, "Songs I Lied About." Here we go.
Well, I called your number, baby, on my brand new Razor 4. Yeah, I called your number, baby, left a message at the tone. Oh, I'm just gonna keep on calling, 'cause I looked in your window and I saw that you were home. 'Cause I'm a stalker, baby, and I'm blowing up your phone. Yeah, I'm a stalker, baby, blowing up your phone. 30 calls for stalking, honey, but I've only called you about 24. Well, I got the inclination that something might be wrong. That restraining order won't hold me back for long, 'cause I'm a stalker, baby, knocking on your door. But whenever I come calling, girl, you always call the law. He ain't up so friendly. If they put me in the jailhouse and they throw away the key, when I get my one phone call, guess who it's gonna be? It's gonna be you, 'cause I'm a stalker, baby, and this feeling's so strong. Well, I just got my phone bill, and it's 50 pages long, and it's on your phone number. Treetops with spyglasses in my hand, to my eyes to see me, you're with another man. I'm a stalker, baby, that's what you're telling all my friends. Oh yeah, yeah. What you didn't tell me is why it all had to end. Oh yeah, but what you didn't tell me, why it all had to end.
That was awesome. All right, that was The Stalker, everybody, on Songs I Lied About by Michael Krapovicky. And in the basement today is Michael Krapovicky. Hi.
Hello, Ryan. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Music good.
Music good.
Music good. Yes.
And here we are.
Yeah, and here we are. And it's all done, so I don't have to lie anymore.
It's a good record. There's good songs on it. I like it. I do. You can go to michaelkrapovicky.com to inquire more about that and everything.
Sure.
And you can buy the CD for his phone number. That's Dangerous Business's cell number's right on it, too. So you should go out and buy it right now.
Yes.
You go out and buy it right now and call him in the middle of the night. Send him texts.
Well, that's all right. I'm going to Straight Talk soon, so probably have a different number.
Pictures of the CD next to genitalia would be ideal.
Actually, if anybody wants to email me and tell me a good phone service, I'm still looking because I hate the V word. So,
Virgin?
Just anybody, yeah. No,
Oh,
the other
Verizon.
one.
I heard Virgin is awesome. They take people into outer space, so I think that's pretty cool, too.
That's great. I would love to go to outer space.
Well, let's do our first segment. You're not going to be able to hear the bumper that I made, so we'll just pretend that you did. So here it is.
Okay. That's great.
In a world where every successful journey begins with a single step, and every great songwriter begins with a single song, that's usually not great. This is the segment about first songs, or something.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was awesome. Yeah, I can't.
Ryan, that was so unbelievable.
I know, and that I could get Anne Murray to sit in was awesome.
It was like it affected my other senses besides just my hearing. Like all my senses, just listening to that, all my senses were on fire.
So you probably guessed this is about the first song you ever wrote. What's do you remember the first song you ever wrote, or what was the circumstances around it, or?
Well, first song with words, probably, or just things I messed around with, or
anything.
Actually, The Stalker was one of the first riffs, per se, that I wrote, and it was just a blues kind of thing, and that was one of the very first things that I ever wrote. I was probably, I don't know, maybe 17.
Oh, so you've been sitting on that one a little while.
Yeah, and then really it kind of came about that I was inspired to write that song. That's all.
You're a Favreau, that's all right. You're a John Favreau.
Yeah. Well, I'm just a romantic at heart, and I think that romantic and stalker are kind of, gray, it's a gray area between the two.
So how old were you when you wrote that then?
Well, the riff, I think, came about, I was playing around, 14, 15, 17,
wow.
like literally like when I first started playing. And then, it's just, I always had it, and I always, sometimes these riffs get so ingrained in your playing in your head that there's nothing that I could write that would fit, and whether or not the lyrics fit or not, it just felt like it worked. So
that was like 10 years.
It was a good, yeah. No, I really, it was, maybe 15.
It shows you people, it's not overnight.
Yeah, I have a million things that are still, could be something eventually someday. I have a million little things on pieces of paper that, one line or two lines or.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them onto the computer. It doesn't feel as I don't know if tactile is the right word. It doesn't feel as comfortable to sit there and write on the computer as it does with sitting at the couch with a pad of paper or something like that. It just feels better.
Well, it can. It just feels like it's going to be something when it's on the computer, because a piece of paper can get thrown away or, lost or.
Yeah, it feels
burn
more.
in fire.
It feels more for love on paper and more for work on the computer.
What I like to do, and I really like to see, I notice a lot of people have on their album art, they have their their pieces of paper all put in the album art. I always thought that was cool, that. and I do like the idea of words as art. and just, the way they, if you draw them out, it makes them more important.
And when you see that, there's something about the fragility of that. Like you could go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland and see the napkin that Jimi Hendrix wrote Purple Haze on, or whatever he just wrote on a napkin.
Sure.
And it's so cool to think about, he could have just thrown that napkin away. It's not on a hard drive anywhere or anything. He could have thrown that napkin away, that song would have never happened.
Yeah, or, one of his girlfriends could have found that napkin and, and given it to them, but you never know. Or she could have just blown her nose with it. I guess Kurt Vonnegut did a lot of writing on napkins, and pieced things together over time. I'm sure they didn't have a computer.
I wonder if you can find that.
Jimi Hendrix never had a computer either. So, it's not like you need it. It's just, it's helpful. However you can do it.
It's helpful, except days like today. But horrible. Okay.
Well, is that enough about the stalker? Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I'm fully embarrassed, and
well, that's how we grow, you know.
Right.
And the songs put it out there, so you can't, it's not like you can just hide from your mistakes. They're out there for everybody, That's what.
Well, like "Wish You Were Here." David Gilmour was trying to quit smoking, so that's why you hear the cough in "Wish You Were Here," like before he started playing. He was trying to quit smoking, and he wanted that to remember that, so he left it in. And as you know, I idolize David Gilmour.
I think he's great.
Rightfully so.
Not necessarily. I think everyone's just okay. I don't think anyone's great except John Lennon. I don't know. Just everyone's just kind of all right.
Just the way he touches that whammy bar.
Oh, I hear
does
you.
Something to me.
I hear you. I hear for sure. He's probably in my top 10 guitar players if you could even quantify it like that. But and stay tuned for the anti-smoking PSA. I'm on day 11 right now myself. It's working.
I'm marking almost
day 11. Day 11, everybody.
Very good.
I know. You're welcome. You're welcome. There's another one.
Say yeah. Ready? Okay.
I am ready.
Hit me.
It is okay. I will hit you. What?
Oh, come on, y'all.
Okay. All right, now that I've
music
ruined...
good. Sound effects
music
good.
Sound effects
good. Yes.
That's Leslie Nielsen. That's my cat, Leslie Nielsen.
I want to have that. Yes, I want to have that sound
so bassy
surrounding me all the time.
So bassy. Okay. And it's weird when it goes away.
Yeah, I feel very nervous and tense now that sound isn't around.
I know. It's so calming.
It is. It's very calming. It's like tribbles,
All right. So I don't even know what you're playing today. What are you playing today?
Well, gee.
What's the first song?
Well, I think I will try to do the first one. My voice is feeling okay. I've been sick lately.
On the Money is the first.
On the Money.
CD.
That is the name of the song.
All right. Here's Michael Krapovicky playing On the Money.
Just let me start this function with a simple hi, how do you do? No trace of deal breaking or a sheet of deal breaking. Out the street I wanna date with you. Care for conversation on the phony fake persuasion. Just let me know what stage you're in. Have a heart and not a cow, cause I really can't allow us to continue with the spin towards the negative. You're ready for some fun and the two made one. Well, the good time's sure to be had. If you're down with slumming around with this bum, who might turn the nose up? I don't give a damn, cause I'm on the money. Yes, I'm on the money. Yes, I'm on the money. But you just don't count on me. Prospects and my romantic interests are never ever quite the same. I'm lifted up, I'm in my cups and I'm trying my luck. So come on, honey, tell me your name. I got a grade school education and thoughts above my station, and you know you'd be a comfortable fit. You're in a league that I'm out of, but I never want to down love. I want to be attracted by opposites. When push comes to shove in this labor of love, I'm the last one to stand on my feet. I'm always unrelenting with the task that I'm intending, so baby, put me out of my misery. 'Cause I'm on money. Yes, I'm on money. Yes, I'm on money. Baby, you can count on me. Well, I'm an easy act to follow, and I'm not too hard to swallow. I don't wallow, it's a pity or cry. If I ain't the bitch of being awoken through the ceiling, no need to qualify your goodbye. If you want a sugar daddy with a big house and a caddy, then turn your head the opposite way. But if you want adventure, then here's a guess I'll venture. You want to delay it for another day. You want to get down, there's a spot downtown with everything your heart could desire. 11:30, we'll both be in heaven, or maybe just a little bit higher. 'Cause I'm on money. Yes, I'm on the money. Yes, I'm on money. Baby, you can count on me.
If you smoke and want to quit, the good news is it can be done. Here are some tips to help you get prepared and increase your chances of success. First, set a date for when you'll quit smoking. Second, tell your family, friends, co-workers when you want to quit and ask them to support your decision. Next, talk with your doctor about medicines to help you resist the urge to smoke. There are a number of choices, but all medicines work best when they're combined with counseling to help you quit. Clean all of your clothes, house, and car to get rid of cigarette odor. Change your routine to lower your urge to smoke. Then on your quit day, throw away your cigarettes and decide what you'll do with the money you won't be spending on cigarettes. For a free brochure with other tips for quitting smoking, call 1-800-358-9295 and ask for help for smokers and other tobacco users. That's 1-800-358-9295. You can quit for good. That's a message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
No, I want the purring. I want the purring. Ah, yes. Ah.
It's the soothing sounds of Michael Krapovicky.
Yes, I effed that song quite up foully on Tuesday. So I'm very glad that I pulled it off this time. I felt all right. I felt all right about it, Ryan.
Good. That sounded good. I liked it. That song. It was very upbeat. It's kind of reminds me.
That was an RPM challenge song.
Oh, cool.
From the last time I did it. I think that was 11.
Well, why don't you explain what that is? A lot of people don't really know.
Absolutely.
Something we both do.
Absolutely. The RPM challenge is I think it's a Portsmouth-based online songwriter challenge you do in the month of February, and I believe what you have to do is come up with 40 minutes of music, 10 songs in the month of February. Whether or not you write it all, I believe that it's actually to be recorded in the month of February.
It's kind of, I don't know that something like, 5 songs are 45 minutes or 9 songs are 45 minutes or something like that, right?
What I've done, and my rule for myself is that everything comes in that month. I mean, I didn't write anything before that.
Yeah, it feels like cheating to
me it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the recording, basically you record all the tracks and, write everything. So in 2008, I did it while I was working a day job, and that's probably one of the big reasons I got fired. I was really.
That's unfortunate.
I was barely sleeping. I'd work all day and sneaking little phrases on my computer or on a piece of paper while I was supposed to be working, and then just staying up all night recording real late and.
Probably sucked at the time, but that just sounds great to me.
and actually, I really
of losing their job over art.
It was really great to have that 8 hours a day, where I was awake, because I found that other times when I didn't have the day job, I would tend to sleep in more, and not do what I was supposed to be doing.
Upgraded 12 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like I'm a notoriously lazy sleeper anyway. So, but it felt good to have that time where I had to be awake anyway, and I was drinking a lot of coffee, and other things were creatively helping me along the
weed
path.
Or something, or ecstasy.
I don't know. My mom might hear this, so I don't want to,
Your mom can't hear.
Yes, you're right.
Mike's parents are a little old. Well, all our parents are a little old now, I guess, but...
yes, but my parents are actually... My mom just turned 900 years old.
900 years.
Years old today.
She's a vampire.
Happy birthday, Mom. And my dad's 981 years old.
Years young.
Yes, years young.
Years young.
You're right.
I'd say
my dad was actually born during the Cretaceous period.
Really, he looks more like 956.
We have good genes.
So. I think so. So. This is going nowhere.
Hi, Mom.
All right, let's do the next segment. Here it is. And actually, even though there was computer catastrophe, I didn't really have a bumper for this yet, if I'm even using that word right. I don't know. Send me an email if I'm not. So I'll just try and come up with one. Best gig, worst gig. So basically, that's self-explanatory. What is the let's get the good one out of the way first. What's the funnest gig you can remember? I think I know what you're going to say too, because I know you pretty well. But.
Yeah, I'd just say the best gig. Whether or not it was fun, I think everything was just crazy at that point. But I was in a band, Zook's Brew, and we opened up for
ding, ding,
band
ding,
Little
ding,
Feet.
Ding, I knew it.
Little Feet, that's right. And I could say this one is the best and the worst gig, kind of at the same time.
I would actually enjoy to hear the story of this for sure.
Okay. Well, actually, one of the reasons why it was the worst is because it's one of the last ones that we played with our guitar player, Rich Van Valkenburg. And it was really good. The gig was great. I've always liked acoustic guitars, and our drummer was unavailable to do the gig, and that's basically why we got the gig in the first place, because we didn't have a drummer, and they wanted somebody that didn't have drums to set up. So basically, we just had the front of the stage, we just all plugged in. I played bass, and Rich and Tyne played guitar, and Danny, my ex-wife, was the singer. She didn't play. She didn't play guitar at all.
I guess I thought Eric Bauer was in the band then.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No. At this point, it was still Darren, but he was down south visiting his brother, and when we booked the gig, it just happened to work out. That was the way it happened. So serendipitously, we got to open up for Little Feet, got to meet them. They were all amazing people and really nice guys. And, we got to drink all their beer, and I got to make an ass of myself. And they were really charming and really nice about it. And they talked about, I asked them about opening up for the Grateful Dead, and they said, well, the big thing for them was opening up for the Rolling Stones.
Jeez.
And that was their big highlight, I guess. But at that point, they had Fred Tackett was the guitar player, and I just talked about he's worked with Tom Waits, and he's worked with all these different other different people, and but he kind of filled the shoes of Lowell George when he left, But I was interviewing basically all of them. I was just asking them all the questions that I, wanted to ask, and I was just,
do the same thing now.
And they gave us all their beer, and they, it was like really nice, and I made them laugh sometimes, and just I probably made an ass out of myself, and it was fine. But after that, we lost Rich because his car had broken down, and he decided that instead of us, going to pick him up for a gig, he was just gonna, blow it off, and basically that was it. So that was the last time we played with him.
Yeah,
and it was a little
like that along the way. Huh?
And it was a little, it was a little tenuous. But yeah.
Little Feet, God, and that was 15 years ago or something like that. It's just starting out. Is that
it was
right?
2000.
Wow,
February 2000.
Killer.
Yeah, no, and it's definitely something I remember always. The best stage I ever played on too. Just the monitors were just amazing, and everything sounded terrific. I don't even think I had an amp. I just used the system. It was totally fine.
They were traveling with a PA too.
No, I think they had the PA there set up.
I gotcha.
But they just didn't want They didn't want to have to deal with a band with a drummer. So we were easy. We just sat down in front. The monitor guys loved us, and and just like, these guys are great. They're easy,
GI boxes, and you're gone.
But at that point, we were really into singing all together, and we had all four of us were singing harmonies together, and it just sounded really glorious on stage in the monitors. It sounded amazing to us, So we tried to practice as much as we could, sitting around on a couch, just seeing how good it was. And then, once we got on those monitors, everything just sounded like it was just perfect. So,
well, they're still playing, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Hopefully the Grumps will get to play for them.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, all the contacts that we had, it was just sort of a thing that happened.
We could probably email them or something if we put a gig together up here.
I've actually tried. I'm friends with a few of them on Facebook, but they've never replied to me. I've never spoken with them. I'm friends with the bass player and the piano player, but I always send them little messages saying, "Hey, remember me?" And they didn't remember me.
Let's put our own show on and just sub them. Sub them out. We'll hire them. Find out their guarantee.
Anyway, but I've always been a big Little Feat fan. Just they're the greatest.
Yeah. All right, now for my favorite part, because I'm such a negative person. What's the worst gig? Worst gig.
I almost, it's like not having one. I think sitting home on a Saturday, Friday night, I think that's the worst. I really, I'm just trying to really picture when it was just horrible. Yes. Yes, back. Serenity now.
I feel like that's going to be like...
None really stick out as like the worst. I mean, you can have bad gigs where nobody claps and nobody dances and people ignore you and they ask you to play stuff that you don't want and you feel bad and you fight with your bandmates and, it's almost like
every gig.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, it's almost like... and it sucks to say,
every gig is the worst gig ever unless Little Feat's there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just it's just horrible until it's not.
Our job sucks when Little Feat's not around. Little Feat, just come live in the basement, and we'll just hang out all the time. Braid each other's hair.
That's right. Yeah. Basically every other gig except for that one is the worst.
It's the worst gig ever. Yeah. And a gig with me is the worst gig you've ever had.
Well, I didn't say anything. I didn't want to say it, Ryan, but, I'm only doing this because you're paying me. You are paying me, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I'm paying you an exposure. You'll get tons of exposure.
You can die from exposure.
I love that. Those are my least favorite gigs. How about that? Is when they feed me some exposure crap line before they give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave Rowe did say that, yes, you can die of exposure.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
A 6-pack of beer costs $6 or $14, whatever it is. I don't know.
Meantime, I'm going to have some of this water. I think Ryan's paying me in water.
I'm paying him. I gave him a gallon of water. gallon of water and
yes.
50 crackers. So there you go.
You know, pink is the least counterfeitable color.
What is pink?
Yeah, pink.
Wow.
I just made that up. I really don't know if that's true.
Oh, I bought it. I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is going long. All right, what's your next song?
Oh, was it time for a song?
Yeah. It was time for a song a long time ago.
Oh, God, love
Well, I
me.
don't know how long this thing's going to be. I thought a half hour.
No, we can edit.
This is easy.
You can edit.
This is a lot
just
easier
edit
than I
out all
thought
the
it would be.
babbling and breathing,
I kind of want to leave it in because I feel like that shows who we really are.
Yeah.
Babbling.
Babbling
out of
idiots.
breath,
Yeah, babbling
nervous,
morons.
palm sweaty people.
Yeah, well, I'm actually still very serene because of the purring cat. Yeah, hit me. Oh, give it to me. Oh.
Say yeah!
No,
Kitty.
The yeah.
Say
The yeah
Kitty.
fucks me up.
Say meow! Say meow!
No, it's too much of an emotional roller coaster ride when you do
It
that.
pumps you up and brings you back down.
Okay, how many songs do I get to do?
Well, you can do as many as you want, but the format's going to be 2 recorded songs and two
live songs.
Live songs. But
Okay.
if you want to do more, it's your water.
Well, let's do the title track of my older album, which is called Low Life, and this is the one. This is the song.
This is Michael Krapovicky playing Low Life.
Found your dreams in magazines, made cut-ups from their pasted faces. All the while, your lone smile, it took you to the darkest places. You stayed up, played down, and honed your empty social graces. The high life, low lives, never seem to find. The high times, low lives, never leave behind. You scheme, pipe dream, get rich quick or you'll die trying. The whole time you tried, selling out but they were buying. You suit up, shoot up, well designed to keep you flying. The high life, low lives, never seem to find. The high times, low lives, never leave behind. They never leave behind. Oh no. Broke up and broke down. Yours all the slowly slipping. Give out, you give in. Down and out in your tripping. Sold out, you hold out. Now you spread your wings for living. The high life, low lives, never seem to find.
Very nice. That was Low Life by Michael Krapovicky. We should probably do some plugging here too. Where can you buy your CDs?
Well, right now I'd like everybody to go to Bull Moose because for many reasons, local, and I need to get checks from them. So please, please go to Bull Moose, and if they don't have it at your local Bull Moose, they'll have it somewhere, and you can order it. So yeah, please go buy it at Bull Moose. I appreciate it.
Yeah, go to Bull Moose, people. There's enough of them out there.
I'm begging you, actually. I'm prostrating myself.
And for the
I'm eviscerating myself.
You're just making up words now.
Yes, I
going
am,
Don King on us. Well, let's be expeditial.
Yeah.
Right.
I deny the allegations by the alligator.
Well, for the people that like myself that kind of support the digital thing, what as far as that, where could people go to get the stuff digital?
Yeah, you can go to CD Baby as well. Cool. and I agree with that, but I spent a lot of time doing the artwork for my CD, and I
nice.
There's a picture of an osprey on it. That's an osprey. That bird. That's a bird.
Is this a real picture?
This is I took that picture, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
At Wolf's Neck. That is the osprey that lives at Wolf's Neck.
This is a radio show,
yeah.
So it's like you can see it. It's like you can see it out there.
If you go to Wolf's Neck, you can look over the channel, and there's a lovely nest there. And actually, during the day, and here's another thing that sort of ties into the songs I lied about, which I'm sort of making up too as I go along. But the osprey nest actually kind of had fallen out of the tree. So the day I took that picture, the osprey was flying around, and there was a person climbing the tree and with a homemade osprey nest to replace the one that had fallen from the tree.
Oh my God, that's the
so
nicest thing
it's
I've
like
ever heard.
Yeah,
really?
It's basically osprey.
This guy made a nest. To put
it's basically osprey welfare.
Is that a real thing?
It's really happened. That the ospreys were, received money from the state and help from the state. Wow. It was a park ranger climbing the tree, and he made a nest for the osprey.
Sometimes I hear things.
So it's like a fake nest, It was person. Like, yeah, it's like no. So if a tourist came by, they would never know that osprey did not make that nest. It was made. So it sort of ties in with the whole lying and deceit motif of that.
That would be great. I could just see some hipster camper going in there and be like, "Nice fake osprey nest."
I knew that when I was here when it was a real nest.
Where'd you get that? Pier 1. Typical.
Yep.
Hey. I know this is supposed to be branding a question and answer segment, but I think I'll just relish in how low my voice is. Okay, that's enough. It's 5 questions.
Okay, so there is that.
Wow, I actually just finished. I just finished, Ryan. Thank you.
We're out of sync. I'm just getting started.
Thank you.
Darn it. Okay, so this is a ripoff of Actors Studio. So you can email me too at info@ryanhalliburton.com if you have questions for guests that you think are better than these. These are just ones that I pulled out of my bum.
Yes.
But here goes. All right, question 1. Who doesn't have to be one person, but who would you most like to take lessons from?
Well, going back to I think Bill Payne. I think he's just an amazing piano player, and I really love the way he plays ambidextrously.
Ambidextrously.
Yes, expeditiously. So I'd say Bill Payne for sure, and for bass O'Teal.
Yeah.
O'Teal.
He's good.
Over and over again.
He's good.
Yes.
All right, so that's...
Go Teal!
What about you play guitar, too, so what about a guitar, too?
Guitar. Oh, there's so many good ones.
Pick an acoustic and an electric guy.
Acoustic guy... Wow, nobody's really jumping in my head. I mean, if we could go back in time, maybe Chet Atkins. I really like just the stuff that he does. Jorma Kaukonen, is that how you say his name? From Hot Tuna. He's another real great acoustic guitarist. Really like that style. I'm a big America fan too. I like the lush, tones of an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, those dual guitars.
Yeah, I really, in all the recordings that I do, I like to have some kind of acoustic guitar, unless it's,
adds a little breath.
Yeah, it's
nice.
just, it's either you can get such a range of, sound that the human ear can hear out of it. I mean, almost as much as more as the piano. Yeah, I mean, I think it hits 20 to 20 guitar at least. So, yeah, I mean, just people that just have a
for
great
people that
sound.
don't know, that's the frequency spectrum. 20 to 20. That's like for vision. There's 20 for auditory too. 20 hertz is very low, and 20 kilohertz is very high.
I remember seeing a guitar. A guy, using a spectrograph on an acoustic guitar, and I was really kind of surprised to see, just where it was hitting everywhere, and it was pretty
and how
pretty
it moves
interesting.
around the instrument too, how the sound moves around the instrument.
Yeah, so basically you can get a little tinkle over on the left side of your headphones, and one, or you can have it just full right up the middle and just thick and perfect. So, I mean, acoustic is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay.
Hit me!
Full cut track.
Oh, come on, y'all.
Yeah, that was gratuitous.
Perfect. Electric guitar, that's another good one. I think I'm just I'm starting to
right?
No, I'm really starting to explore more jazz stuff, and I'd really like to get more knowledge on chords and shapes. And so as far as guys I like,
Oh, geez, Lenny Bro is such a mutant. And there's Joe Pass. He's great.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Joe Pass lessons, and yeah, he's great. He's great. I'd say Joe Pass and Herb Ellis, guys like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Not stuff we play, but stuff we like.
No, and I think, as far as electric guitar, obviously I could always get better, but it's really about your attitude. I like Slash a lot.
Yeah,
I'm a big
sure.
Slash fan.
Yeah, no, sure.
I like attitude more so than technique when it comes to rock.
Yeah, that's it with guitar. Same with vocals. Roger Daltrey said I'd rather have a bum note and a bead of sweat. Okay, question 2. Where in the world would you most like to travel to just to experience, or I'm, everything with me is about playing, so
Yeah.
whether you'd like to play or not, what.
My bucket list, I have 2 bucket list trips. Lithuania first.
Oh, who doesn't?
The homeland.
Who doesn't want to go there?
My girlfriend does not want to go. So
Why not? She does not like moose and
no,
squirrel?
she doesn't. No. And I have to go at some point. I have relatives there, and I actually have friends that go pretty often. So it'd be more of a chance to, it just feels like a doable thing. And the other trip I'd like to make is Argentina. I have relatives there as well. So and both places I'd like to play. Obviously, I'd like to see Europe and just do the pass, and just go as many places as I can.
Yeah.
Whirlwind, playing. But whether or not that happens, I'd like to make it happen. And really, all the things I'm doing is kind of leading up to that. Whether it's by myself or with a band or whatever, or something that just comes along out of the blue, I'm up for it. I'm ready to do it.
I'll go to South America. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great experience.
I got a buddy with a bar in Panama. That sounds good right now.
Yeah.
We're in Maine. In case there is anyone listening from away, there's probably a foot of snow outside, and everything's covered in ice. And
You're going to be listening to these podcasts at different times.
Yeah, it's the middle of the winter.
You probably shouldn't talk about that.
Oh, I don't care. It's wintertime. It's glorious, beautiful wintertime, and the spirit of Maine.
I tell you
slightly after New Year.
I tell you what, the winter in Maine is as the older and older I get, the less fun it is to do. To be honest.
No, the more I think of
the
a
more my bones
carcass
just get
every
cold.
day when I wake up,
exactly.
and just I want to cut my cat open and crawl inside it.
I wish your cat was bigger so I could join you.
I'm working on it. I feed her a lot of treats. Hopefully it happens. Leslie Nielsen, This one's for you, wherever you are. Okay, question 3. I have an addiction to gear. Gear is the bane of my existence. Most people, I don't know what they spend their money on. Shoes, heroin. For me, it's music. Gear, I buy something every week. I can't stop. What do you want to own that you don't own?
I have a list.
Of course, everyone has a list.
Actually, right now, one of my biggest things, aside from upright bass, I'd like to get an upright bass.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd like to delve into more video production. So I'd like to get a real professional grade camera, or at least two, just so I could have, if I do sessions, recording sessions, I can, videotape it. I can take it, to live shows.
Something you can time sync with an audio source and all that kind
Absolutely,
of stuff.
just something that, and just basically that, so I can spend hours and hours geeking out on video and audio in the basement, and then I can go out later at night and play music and get my yayas out.
Yep. All right. Okay. Question 4. If there is a rock and roll heaven, and it's assumptive that there would be one hell of a band there, put a band together. Who would your line up?
Stephen King's story was called "They Got One Hell of a Band." Have you read that?
No.
It was actually somebody that stumbles upon a town populated by dead rock stars that want to kill
the
them.
short story. Yeah, I did read that.
Yeah.
And it talks about Buddy Holly, and she shakes his hand, and he's got these really weathered calluses, right?
Mm.
I still remember that. I think about that all the time when my finger falls off or something,
Well, let's see. Let's say rock band to make it easy. Just a 4-piece, whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta have John Bonham on the drums.
So your guitar?
Pardon?
Your guitar?
Oh, I'm going to be in this band? No, that wouldn't be my best band then.
No, this is...
I can't be in that band. I don't know.
The point is...
I'll just be shitting my pants. I want to watch this band.
Awesome. You get to put together your dream band and you're not in it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in it. I'll be the manager.
It's like the Bill Cosby jazz band.
Well, it's so hard to book gigs. I just want a band that would be just so easy to book. It's like, well, I've got Jimi Hendrix on guitar.
You're dead, so you can
I've got John Bonham on drums. I got Cliff Burton on bass.
Cliff Burton on bass. Who's that?
Metallica's bass player.
Oh, yeah, from Garage Days and that stuff, right?
Just a genius.
Yeah, that stuff was... I haven't listened to that in a long time.
It was just... and it's not even the metal bass nowadays is how low can you go and how fast can you play, and he just had all the blues and all the soul, and I don't think it's a departure to see him playing with Hendrix or to play with to play with John Bonham. I don't it's definitely they were very 70s influenced, all of them, Metallica. They just had the attitude that brought it into the new age.
Yeah, I love when people play in drop C and stuff. It's not like I can't hear what you're doing, man. I got to listen on a huge subwoofer to hear what you're doing. I care about your part. I want to hear, take it up an octave for me so I can hear what you're doing.
Yeah, and well, as far as just somebody to hold it all together, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure who I'd put with It's almost like I'd want to see that trio. You know, although I'm not a big, huge trio fan, I think that would be great.
We're in a tree. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Looking for a guitar player or a keyboard player. Hit us
really?
up. Hit us up. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, there's a million great, Oscar Peterson, but that would sort of be, it doesn't really fit, but
you're better
Oscar
with
Peterson
names than I am. Oscar Peterson.
Because he just passed out, or he just passed away, passed out.
Who is that?
Oscar Peterson, great jazz stride piano player.
I'm trying to think. I'm just really bad.
Just really does all the standards.
I don't know anybody's name, and I don't know anybody's song titles. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't know none of that stuff. I don't know.
Just live day to day. Who cares?
Yeah, and yeah, it's like it's kind of like a goldfish. First type through the castle every time. But
yeah, so maybe Chet Atkins I'd throw in there too.
That'd be nice.
But I think it's just he was so reserved and just good and smooth that I think that when he got, with all that loudness, I think that would be a little weird.
He'd temper them out, but they would be a hell of a rock trio, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Hendrix, Cliff Burton, and John Bonham would be amazing. Maybe we'll talk about people that are live. I'd go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do an alive one.
Yeah, I'd go with.
Who do you wish would die so they could be in your rock and roll heaven band?
Right. Keith Carlock is my favorite drummer these days. He plays for Steely Dan and Sting, and he also plays with Oz Noy in New York. They're like a just sort of fusion, just real muscle playing, but a lot of finesse too. He's great. O'Teal on bass. Guitar, I like, I don't know. I like, guitar is, I don't want to say guitar is dying, because that's sort of preemptive, but.
You just don't like any new players?
It's not that I don't like that, I just, as far as like the best and who would be great, I don't, It's good, yeah. I don't know, have O'Teal and Keith Carlock just play with a bunch of people who want to play.
Is Derek Trucks new? I don't think you could call him new, but that's who I would volunteer for your band.
Yeah, it's just that he's so,
He already knows O'Teal, so there'd be some cohesion there.
Yeah,
I guess that's why I would pick him.
Yeah. I really like Derek Trucks', I always thought it was Warren Haynes playing the slide on the Allman Brothers hitting the note. I thought it was Warren Haynes, it was more aggressive sounding, but it was actually him. So I actually do like Derek Trucks quite a bit.
That Revelator, I got the name right? Revelator, is that the name of the CD? The Tedeschi Trucks Band? Man, that's the best CD. Yeah, I don't know the names of any of the songs. I don't know I can't even tell you the name of the CD. I've been listening to this thing constantly, though.
I haven't heard it.
Oh.
I think, O'Teal plays bass on that, I'm pretty sure. And he went down to a more traditional, like, P bass, I think, that he was playing on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think he's playing his big ass 6-string, which I love. But I used to see. Oh, okay, Jimmy Herring for sure. I mean, he's a huge influence guitar wise. But once again, it was a band that I saw. It was Aquarium Rescue Unit. And,
I've heard of them. I've never seen
amazing.
them.
I saw them at the State Theater with Widespread Panic. Before Widespread Panic was, this big thing that they are touring. It was sort of after the Horde with Fish.
Oh, in the 90s.
That was the first time I'd seen them. What happened was, like, Aquarium Rescue Unit finished their set and kept playing while Widespread Panic they traded people on and off, and before you knew it, there was a whole different band playing.
Really?
It didn't even, I was so messed up. I didn't even understand what was going on, really. And I didn't know. I'd never seen them before. But I was watching them, and then, the bass player switched, and then one by one, each player got up and started playing and then left. And there was a whole new band on stage. I've never seen that ever happen before in my life. And to this day, I've never seen it again. It was amazing.
Wow. Well,
they knew each other that well that they could do that, and I mean, it was a trip. So I definitely say Jimmy Herring, O'Teal, and Keith Carlock would be my trio.
Nice.
And then put Bill Payne in there with him. I think
Bill
Payne would rip it up,
and give me some stuff to look up on YouTube after here. So
yeah, Bill Payne would rip it up with them too. I think so.
That's the good stuff. That's why
Hornsby,
you're listening to this, people, for the good stuff, for the juice.
Bruce Hornsby too.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's underrated.
I mean, he played with the Dead, and he played with all these.
He got a little bit of a Yanni reputation just because of timing. I think when he got famous.
I think it was just. I think a producer kind of told him that you need to have this kind of funny bass sound, and you need to have this sort of whatever. I think if you listen to that the way it is pretty dated, but you hear the live versions of it these days, and it just sounds like jam band stuff.
Yeah,
good jam band stuff.
Yeah,
like with great players. I mean,
it sounds like an '80s production, the studio record. But if they had done it more like just a hip,
like a jazz record, exactly.
Right, yeah, if they had done it like that,
if they had done that,
it would have been.
Now,
cool.
Now they have like a fusion jazz type player. It's like an Alfonso Johnson kind of style player, and also and a Jazz is Dead sounding organ player as well too. I have a really sweet sound in his live band, so I really like that. But I have the horn. Here Be the Noisemakers double live Bruce Hornsby, and that's terrific. So,
check it out,
Bruce Hornsby.
Check
Bruce
it out,
Hornsby,
people.
Man. Yeah, do it.
You've tuned into the Bruce Hornsby podcast infomercial.
That's right. Actually, I'm everybody's infomercial.
Music Good, sponsored by
Good.
Bruce Hornsby. Okay, question.
Water good.
Question
Water.
5.
See him? Does my voice sound different now with this glass in front of it?
It does.
It does, doesn't it?
Does mine with tobacco phlegm in it? Oh.
I thought you quit, man.
Like I did 11 days ago.
Congratulations.
Say yeah! Say yeah! Say yeah! Say yeah!
That doesn't go together at all, does it?
Say yeah!
No, it makes it sound like it sounds like a motorcycle when the crowd.
All right.
It sounds like a monster truck show. It doesn't sound like relaxing purring in here. It sounds like a monster truck.
When that's going.
It really does. It's
I don't want to hit it again because it takes so friggin' long for the applause
to die out. Yeah.
I got to change the.
Well, it's just like a real show of ours,
I just got to change the delay on it.
Ryan's cat just walked in the room.
Oh, Leslie
Hello,
Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Coolest cat in the world. I have no posters, no pictures up yet. Eventually on my website, there's going to be a podcast page. And
Leslie Nielsen, would you like to say hi to
pictures?
Would you like to say hi to the people out there? Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm a little cat, see? I'm a little cat, see? My face kind of looks like Edmonton Robinson, see?
Say yeah! Ready? Okay.
Hit me!
Polka track!
Oh, come on, y'all.
Rock and roll.
Cats are so fascinated by guitar cases, aren't they?
Oh, I would too. It's like a giant velvet, funny shaped bed or something like that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If I walked into a house and there was just
they like boxes. They like to sit in boxes.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
We're in a giant box inside a giant box right now. We like our houses are our favorite thing. I feel. Okay, so question 5. Here we go. And we sort of hit that a little bit, but what is success look like to you?
That.
As he looks at my cat.
Talking about your mom.
Slam. My mom's definitely going to listen to this, I guarantee it.
Awesome.
It's all right, I'll give her your digits. Your digits. Okay, what does happiness look like to you? What's the brass ring look like? What's success look like to you? I know we kind of touched on that a little bit with video and with music, but
yeah, I mean, well, I guess there's so much stress about money when you're a musician. You're like a farmer, kind of. It's all there's so many factors that you have no control over that are really dictating your life. So really just being able to look at the future and the past and, feel fairly satisfied with how things are going. I still feel like opportunity is there. I'm not the greatest singer or guitar player or bass player in the world. And, but I feel like I have something to say that could possibly resonate with certain people, a niche audience perhaps. And whether or not that takes me out as a sideman, whether I'm a sideman or I'm singing songs of my own or whatever happens, I feel like there's opportunity out there. I guess I wouldn't be doing it. So at the end of maybe if I'm lying on my deathbed and, I'm just looking back on it, I would say that I'd like to feel like there was opportunities and I took them as they came, I think.
Well, right on. And Michael Krapovicky, you're a talented fella, and thanks for coming down today.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we're going to go out to another song from Songs I Lied About. This song is called Avalanche. It's the 5th song, and here goes.
When you're sold out by your friends, you can fall apart again, or find a new beginning in the ashes of the end. Patiently waiting the time that it's taking might be breaking your heart. Avalanche, the weight of the world on your shoulders. Avalanche, the weight of the world on your mind. Buried alive, you will survive if you just keep crying. Somebody's calling your name. When you're calling out in vain, you hear the same old words again. Find a new beginning. The echo of the air. Lovers on a ledge, tiptoe towards the edge. No time to care. ashes of the end. Find a new beginning. The ashes of the end.
Okay, everybody, that was good. I think this went all right for the first time. I've never done anything like this before, but I think it was good. Okay, so Mike's writing for LA Magazine a little bit. Check that out. Reverb Nation, Facebook. Buy his stuff at CD Baby or Bull Moose. See the Grump, see Ed's Meds, see him solo. Any questions for me or suggestions, email me at info@ryanhalliburton.com. You can check us out. You'll probably see this on YouTube first. My website, iTunes, hopefully will come sometime this century. And I don't know, just thank you very much for appreciating live music and songwriting and the whole process. And stick around and tune in next time for Music Good!